Hey everyone, welcome back to String Cheese and Applesauce, where today we're doing episode 10. So 10 fingers, this is the last episode. Sorry, can't count higher than this. Just kidding. 10 episodes, Ask Me Anything. Thanks for everyone for submitting your questions so far. Don't forget, at the end of this video or anytime you want, go ahead and put a question down below and I'll answer it in episode 11. So here we go. I have the questions pulled up here on my phone so I don't have to look over to the side like I've been doing lately. So we're going to start with Spetter Racing. Spetter Racing asks, did you always like Lego your whole life? Well, similar to a lot of people, I did go through a dark ages, kind of early teens all the way through my 20s. I guess I wouldn't say I didn't stop liking it. It's just other things in life kind of took precedence, and they call that the dark ages, where you quit playing with and or collecting Lego. So if it wasn't for that, I probably would have been playing with Lego my whole life, but I've never really stopped liking it. So it's kind of hard to explain. I've always liked it, but there is the dark ages that you do go through, or that I went through. Next question. It's not really a question, it's more of a comment. But Brick Venture says, my 7-year-old son likes to do mocks, especially using minifigures. He's actually pretty good at it. So if I like a certain minifigure, I buy double so I can keep one intact. Okay, so he's referring to, in last episode, I was talking about how I let my kids play with all the Lego and do whatever they want with it, but I do ask them to keep the minifigures intact. So he's saying that his son loves to make mocks using the minifigures, and I'm assuming he takes the minifigures and mixes and matches them with all the different ones. But he says if he likes a particular minifigure, he'll actually buy 2 sets of the same thing just to get the extra minifigure in there, which is okay. It's an expensive way to get a minifigure. You can probably buy one on Bricklink. You know, there's a few Bricklink sellers that could probably help you out with that. Little Posties, great episode, loves those shelves. Talking about those shelves back there. Brick Adjuster, what? Is that a microphone on your shirt? Right there? Yes, that is a microphone. That's how I get my awesome audio in my videos. I am looking at getting a couple different microphones. I haven't decided which one yet, but this is just one of those typical little clip-ons you can hear. If I hit it, it makes a lot of noise, so I try to clip it down to where it doesn't get bumped or hit. So that way I can be quite a bit away from the camera and you still get pretty decent audio. So yes, for all those people that are starting to do videos, number one thing you need to do is have good audio, no matter what. Number 2, good video. Number 3, good lighting. So that's your tips for the day, kids. Get good audio, good video, good lighting. Fluffy Hub, how did you and your wife meet? Also, your head shines in the light. That's awesome. Keep what? You like the way my head shines? I need to start putting on makeup. There's too much lighting. So I've got big windows right over here. So when I do these Ask Me Anything videos, I like to do them during the day because there's so much natural lighting. Remember, that's number 2 or number 3 in our video tips. So I got all this natural lighting. I do have an artificial light over here shining this way to kind of balance it. But I need to start putting makeup on my head to make it less shiny. So me and my wife, we actually met when we were in college. We were both working part-time jobs while going through college, and yeah, the rest is history. Brickmaster says, why do you do drop tests? I haven't done one in a while. It's been quite a while. I plan on probably doing a few today, which means they'll be posted probably a week or so from now. I do them because they're fun to me. I like to see how durable a model really is if it does get dropped. Now, the new drop tests that I'm going to start filming probably today are going to be slightly different. They're going to test the durability in 3 or 4 different ways rather than just dropping it, but it will include an ultimate drop test in the end. But I do them because they're fun to me. I definitely don't get the most views on my channel with the drop test, and that's kind of why I've slowed down on doing a lot of them, because not many people watch them, and the people that do watch them really don't understand what they're for, and then I get a bunch of hate comments, and you know, it never really ends well. So I'm trying to do the same thing, but I've been playing with some ideas on how to make them a little bit less offensive to the people that really don't know what's going on. So just because I like doing them. All right, Denny Shoemake. He says, my dog died, but I got a new one. Sorry for that, Denny. That's not a question either. Brick Adjuster, are you a Lego box collector, or do you just recycle the boxes like I do? That's a great question, because I know a lot of collectors keep all the boxes, and of all of my sets that I've built, there's no way I could keep them all. I mean, I'd fill up, I mean, I'm assuming you would cut them and fold them neatly and kind of stack them up, but still, if you look at the bins and bins of just the instruction books that I have, I've got 2 huge bins like this tall, you know, that are just packed full of them. And I have a drawer right here that it's overflowing. I've just got stacks and stacks and stacks of them. So I do keep all the instruction books, but I do not keep any of the boxes. There's just no way I could have the space, and really, what am I going to do with them once the set's built? I mean, when I disassemble the sets, I put all the pieces in just their parts bins with all similar pieces. So it's not like I keep all the parts from the set together anyway. So I'm not that kind of collector where I collect everything. I just collect the sets. Like I said, I do keep the minifigures separate, and that's about it. Last question from Finn Co. Do you review Lego Creator sets? Not very many. I like to review the sets that I would buy for my own collection, and to be honest with you, I really don't buy many Creator sets. A lot of the 3-in-1s, like the vehicles and stuff, usually do not even come with minifigures, and that's kind of a turn off for a lot of people, especially the kids. I mean, the kids, especially my kids, when they start building a Lego set, usually the first thing you put together is the minifigures, and I've seen them put together the minifigures and then just play with those for hours before they even build the set. So the key thing with the kids is it has to come with minifigures, and those 3-in-1 sets that are just the trucks or the little animals or the mechs and stuff like that don't come with minifigures, they're not interested in them, and I'm not either, to be honest with you. They're just kind of generic part packs. The Creator houses do come with some minifigures, but they're so generic. They're worse than any Lego City. I mean, not saying that Lego City figures are bad, but Lego City figures are pretty generic. But at least they have a little bit more styling than the Creator house minifigures, which is usually just like a blue legs and a red torso and a yellow head with a little smile on it. So to answer your question, I rarely do Lego Creator sets. But that being said, I do have one. I did pick this one up. It does have have 2 minifigures, 2 or 3, 2 maybe. So it's the beach house. I will be doing this one. I will be reviewing it. So I don't know if I'll do all 3 builds. You can see all 3 of them on the back. So that's one. Probably one of maybe 2 I'll get this year. I'll probably get the toy shop. All right, the last little comment we have was from Bricks on the Dollar. Oh, speaking of Bricks on the Dollar, if you guys want to buy minifigures and not buy a whole set, check out Bricks on the Dollar. Get your bricks and your minifigures. So he just made a comment. He likes my stance on what Lego's meant for. He shares my opinions on building whatever you want. And those modular filled cities, ugh. Yeah, so he's referring to the last video where I basically said that I give free reign for the kids to build whatever they want, and I don't get all crazy and craggle everything and make sure that the set remains intact the way it came out of the box. So I just sitting on my desk, I've just got these little random things that are just all these little goofy builds that we're doing with just random pieces. I mean, we build the set the way it came out of the box probably one time, and then after that it's you know, what kind of crazy things can you do with all the pieces. So, you know, we've got all these little just fun little goofy things we're doing with all the bricks, you know, because you have these standard little bricks, and then you start realizing it's got Technic axle holes and pin holes, and they all kind of line up, and you can connect them all together. So, you know, let your imagination go crazy with it. So, and my Lego city is going to be non-modular. There's going to be no modular buildings in it. Think about that. So it's going to be a true mock city. No modulars at all in it. I like the modulars. I will be doing modular buildings, but they won't be in my city, my town, whatever you call it. So hey, that is it for Ask Me Anything episode 10. Make sure to leave a question below if you want me to answer it in episode 11. Thanks again for watching. Check us out on Instagram and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. But I know all of you are.